Welcome back to Earth 2150 and welcome back to the Eurasian Dynasty campaign. Today we're going to go to New York. Espionage mission in a UCS base. An espionage unit of ours has managed to slip into the enemy's most strategically important base. Your orders are to sniff around and find out what you can, comrade. An espionage unit of ours has managed to slip into the very heart of the main UCS defense complex. Their main computer is located inside this complex. Your orders are to find this computer and copy all data pertaining to the enemy's systems. We can do that, or more specifically, Neo here is going to do that. This is not a combat unit, and there's no base building here. So this is kind of interesting because we basically just get this one unit. And it's a tactical mission, which is not particularly common for this game here. Same for Earth 2140, which had some no base missions, but not really like infiltration missions. So let's float around here a little bit. There's not too many enemy units, but there's a few. And we can't really fight back, so we don't want to run into any of them if we can avoid it. Okay, here we go. Actually, you know what? There's towers right here. So let's storm the beaches of Normandy here. Here's a tunnel entrance, which for the UCS is a very fancy teleporter. Let's see what we have here. We're going to drive through the swastika tunnel here. There's another teleporter, but I'm not really interested in that. Instead, let's see what the deal here is. There's no combat units underground initially, I think. I think they might follow you, at one point they might come there. But there's a lot of mining units using the tunnels. Okay, this looks a bit more important. Ooh, I think it's starting to glow. That's a good sign. Here we go. The tunnels are not all connected, so you can't use this tunnel here to then reach all the other tunnels. Instead, you're gonna have to go to the overground, otherwise this mission would be way too easy.
Yes, Commander.
Go, let's see what we can find here. There's actually quite a few artifacts in addition to the important ones. For example, there's like a repair artifact here. Yeah, so we don't really need that right now, so let's forget about that, but that might come in handy later.
Okay, comrade.
Also there's a wreck there for some reason. Sure, whatever. Let's instead have a look at this situation here. Ooh, more glow. Yeah, there's more artifacts here, but I think that's just shield rechargers and whatnot. Nothing I need right now, or could even use. And hey, a laptop. Boom. There we go, that's very useful. Now I've got the whole map here. Let's go back to this teleporter here. That was one I initially came from. So I want to go to this complex here, but yeah, you can see this is not actually connected. There's a wall here, and they didn't provide me with any digging equipment here. That would have been very useful, and also made the mission pointless.
On the move, right in my sights. Right away.
This is not actually where I intend to emerge.
On the move. Okay, comrade.
Are we actually down here somewhere? I think so. Yeah. It's closer to this side here. Here we go.
Right away. Now you die. On
That's a
our
bit better.
way. On our way. Yes, on our way.
I'm here with you.
On our way. New resource field located.
Let's see what the deal here is. More resources here.
Yes, Commander.
I don't care about those, I just want another teleporter. And there's one here actually. Very good. Let's see what you have to offer. Here we go.
On the move. Yes, Commander.
Okay.
Right away. Located.
Yeah, there's just more recharges and heals and whatnot.
Right away.
That's not super interesting right now.
Right away.
I'm interested in is, let's go to this area here that looks glowy. That's a good sign.
On the move. Yes, Commander. Artifact.
Very good.
On our way.
Okay, and come back here.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, this teleporter is still visible, but another one, like this one here, I think there's actually one here, but this one disappeared. As in, like, it's not visible right now. Is that maybe it's a shroud effect? Who knows? Doesn't matter too much. Oh, so it does actually disappear after a while, but not immediately. That's interesting. Let's see.
Artifact located.
It's just Christmas presents like repairs and shield recharges and whatnot. But this guy isn't shielded, so I'm not sure why they're here. I guess maybe it's just to indicate that the UCS is storing stuff here. Sure, whatever.
Okay, comrade.
Whatever makes them happy.
Right away. Right away. On our way.
Okay, we have 2 of the cores.
Now.
Now we need to get the northern core, which is furthest away.
On the move. Okay, comrade.
Okay. Let's see how that goes.
Field located. On our way. Right away. Okay, comrade.
Guess this is gonna lead us. This is actually,
Here they
whoops,
come. On our way.
this is connected to the correct tunnel system. Very good. Okay, that's good
Yes,
enough.
Commander.
And let's continue.
On our way. Artifact located. On the
Artifacts, but it's just repairs and whatnot.
move. On the move.
Actually,
On the move.
this is not connected. There's yet another complex here, but well, it's another teleporter as well.
Away.
That's good enough for me then.
Yes, Commander. Hey,
Okay,
right away. On the
I'll
move.
take it.
Okay, comrade.
But this is glowy. That might be the, no, it's not the right kind of glowy.
Yes, Commander.
Actually, there's another laptop here. Yeah, this laptop is strange. It doesn't seem to do anything. Even if you haven't picked up the other laptop, this one here still doesn't reveal the tunnels, so I'm not quite sure what to do with it is. But yeah, I'm not sure, maybe they just didn't script it to actually do anything. I just assumed that all laptops would do something.
Located.
More here, we've got some
Right
wall
away.
paintings here.
Okay, comrade.
Yeah,
On the move.
I was in New York City about
On the move.
a
Located.
year
On the move.
after recording of this episode here. It didn't look like this, but then again, it was in the future and I was in New York City, and this could be New York State somewhere.
Located.
Okay, I'm going to slow things down here for a reason.
Okay, comrade.
First things first, you pick that up. There we go. And then you go all the way back over here.
Okay, comrade.
Thank you very much. Excellent, Commander. We have received all necessary information. Return quickly to the landing zone.
Need urgent help.
Yes, indeed, you need urgent help. There's a reason for that, and the reason is that all these guys have been hacked.
Unit lost.
Call a transport here.
Have sustained.
So you here, all make your way over here, please. There's also these guys here, so you can try to rescue some of these units here. It's not particularly necessary in any way, shape or form. But yeah, you can, we can see whether you can guide anyone over here. But yeah, these air units, they're probably easiest to save.
Unit
So I'll try to give that a go.
Need help.
We have here nothing particular. Yeah, these guys here, they're just resource gatherers. So they don't really matter. You're still on your way here. You actually risk trouble here if there's too many units near your teleporters here, because they're hostile. So if combat units are near them, they might actually blow them up and block Neo from returning, and you don't want that. So where was the next? Oh, here was the next teleporter. Okay, let's just go back the way we came. Yeah, I'm sure you're under fire. Yeah, you're not gonna get out of there alive. Sorry. Not sorry. These guys here, if you just hang out here. Where's Neo? No, seriously, where's he?
Unit lost.
Have sustained a hit.
Transporter has arrived.
No, what happened to him? I thought I was supposed to return to the landing zone. Oh, here he is. Okay, never mind that then. Thought I had grouped you there, but then couldn't find you the hotkey. But never mind that. Just come down here. You got some gargoyles here, so you please get in here. We're down here with you. Good thing is there's not going to be any more combat units coming after me. It's all going to be just base defenses because everybody else got hacked. But I still need to avoid whatever. Don't think we have any research here, do we? No, that would be a bit weird. So... Can you make your way to the water? Yeah. Not always clear to me when you can drive down a cliff and when you cannot drive down a cliff, but yeah. Doesn't matter too much. So what's the evac situation here? There we go. Yeah. In theory you can evacuate all the units, but apart from the gargoyles, kind of difficult to make your way through, and once it doesn't matter that much. These aren't units you can actually upgrade normally and whatnot, so I wouldn't worry too much about them. And I think to evacuate them all, you need to make your way past some nasty defenses. And maybe you can cut the enemy's power, so, but I'm not super invested in getting like 3 rocket tigers or whatever. Okay, well, a bunch more free air units. Let's see whether I'm going to utilize those at one point. I may, or maybe I'm not going to do it. We'll see. Let's see. This should be clear now. Yeah, you don't want to anger those gargoyles before you hack them, because they can follow you everywhere except on the ground, so they are not easy to deal with. Good work. It seems you would also have done well in a career in espionage, comrade. Return to HQ. There's still much to do. Yes, I will return to HQ. But first, let me put you somewhere. Just get you out of the way. It's getting busy. My main base here, and I harvested a few of these people here. So, to mission. Can I actually evacuate you? It's a good question. I'm not sure. Can I take you to the main base? Let's see. I definitely want to get these 2 guys. Yeah, one of you is damaged. That doesn't really matter, does it? But while we're waiting here. You may as well recharge here. And almost there. Yeah, I can actually just evacuate you. But he might also just disappear from the transport or whatever. So it's going to want to can I have him hang out at my base?
Transporter has arrived.
Unit code accepted. Open.
He actually took a little bit of damage there.
Nostro. Okay, comrade.
Okay, you go to the base here. There you go, Evero's got the ammunition. Very nice, very nice. Okay, well, time to end this. Didn't collect a whole lot of money, but I guess that's not particularly surprising. And hey, they actually they did get to do some research here. How nice. Yeah, quite a unique mission considering what we've been through so far. But yeah, kind of interesting. Not too difficult either, even though if you play this for the very first time, then you might just run into enemy defense and get yourself destroyed, but it's not too tragic. It's plenty of repair artifacts down in the underground, and the mission is also not that long, so even playing it is not that tragic. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.